All right, the joy of civility.
February 2019, the Detroit Regional Chamber's Detroit Policy Conference. Shelby Scarborough kicks off the Detroit Civility Project.
What I'd like you to do is turn to the person to your left and to your right, and instead of saying, "Hi, how are you? My name is," I'd like you to turn to each other and say, "I come in peace."
Peace.
I come in peace.
I come in peace.
Nice
How you
to
doing
see you
today?
again.
We're talking about the ability
The trip was great.
on a one-to-one basis to be able to sit across a table from somebody who sees the world differently than you do and be able to have a conversation.
I started looking at this last night, and I might be impressed.
Madonna Van Fossen, white collar, North Oakland County. Tamuk Scruggs, blue collar, Detroiter. Oakland County Commissioners David Woodward, Democrat, and Mike Gingell, Republican. Margaret Allen, advocate for returning citizens, with Amy Hennis, Corporate Public Affairs Director. They're just a few of the 80 participants paired in a quest for civil conversation, spending time in local coffee shops.
When we were at the policy conference, it was like shocking to me that Stephen Henderson and Nolan Finley are like buddies. I'm like, how in the world? So I wanted to learn this civility thing and just be thoughtful about engaging with somebody who doesn't necessarily think what I think.
And I think both of us have been made better in the work that we do by the relationship we've been able to build, which, you know, is tense at times. Sometimes it is uncivil. You see it on TV when we get after each other.
Ask Christy.
They were never threatening anyone else's
So
rights.
it made me,
And
hang
that's
on
not what
one
these
second,
groups
hang on
are
a
doing.
second. I'm going to stop you.
I'm the first person to say, this is not easy. It is not easy to do with Nolan. It is not easy to do with other people with whom I disagree. It has become less easy in the last few years.
I get that a lot of times. Well, you know, if Detroiters wanted better jobs, they should get up, go to school, get a better education, go to college. But at the same time, it's really difficult to do that when you have a school system that's been bankrupt and just people just trying to survive.
Our stories are so different, but they're so similar because of the struggles that we've overcome. My story includes things like divorce, bankruptcy, foreclosure, death.
Just growing up in a community where the majority of individuals come from divorced and broken homes, so having to overcome those situations takes a bit of strength. And she has gone through her own set of circumstances, and she exhibited that same kind of strength.
The chances that I would come down into Detroit and meet someone like Tamuk on my own are kind of slim. It's just not probably something that would happen. But because of my job, and I get to do things like this, and now I've met him. And as a result, I've been able to connect him with a few things that could help his movements, you know, through my job. He's going to help me out and come speak at a couple different groups that I participate in.
I'm worried that the rancor, the vile conversation at a national level is discouraging good people getting into public service.
I think it's a concern. You have to have reasonable, sound people getting involved and making a difference. And a lot of times they're the ones that get turned off by the hostility and the arguments and fighting and lack of respect. And you and I went at it several times in debate, right? And
These Oakland County commissioners come from opposite sides of the aisle, but both were compelled to join the Civility Project for a common goal.
It's something that's really on my mind, and it bothers me. When I watch politics today, quite frankly, I don't even want to be involved in it. And I know how many of the inner workings occur. So I think it's something that we need to start talking about.
When I heard about the Civility Project, this is an opportunity. We can fight passionately for the things that we believe in with people who disagree with you, and yet find a way to work together to get the job done.
I think the better term for what we're doing is listening. It's more like a listening project.
If you learn to discuss, if you learn to converse, if you learn to have very intense discussions and passionate discussions without taking away hard feelings, you could surprise yourself because you're more open to talking with people who don't hold your same views. You may learn something, and I think that's the point.